Hi, this is Greg Johnson with Blue Book Services, here today with Doug Nelson with the Trading Assistance Group. And Doug has written a nice column about truck brokers and salvage returns. And it could be a complicated system. Isn't that right, Doug?
One of the points you might get reading the article, it needs to be actively managed. And a truck broker or any claimant needs to be prepared to support their salvage returns. You don't want to be in a position where you've got major losses and yet you can only show that the product was damaged in a minor way. And the ways that you would go about in supporting your returns aren't going to be a surprise to anyone. They're basic things like insisting on a USDA inspection certificate. Without that, the presumption is not going to be that that you just forgot. The presumption is going to be that the product was actually in good condition. So it's going to be real hard to support low salvage returns if you don't have that USDA inspection certificate. Now, if the product's in good condition anyway, perhaps you don't need it, but then we also should see correspondingly higher salvage returns. The other area we see firms falling down, claimants, truck brokers falling down a little bit is in securing a detailed account of sale. You're going to need to be able to show not just a summary accounting, which shows that, hey, the salvaging firm sold it for $5,000. You're going to want to show what each carton was sold for, what expenses were deducted from those proceeds, and how the salvage return was arrived at to support your return. And then the next thing is if the return is not, if the salvage return is unreasonably low, you don't want to accept that. You want to object and challenge that, because if you don't challenge it, if the truck broker doesn't challenge those returns from the salvaging firm, and it goes ahead and accepts that, well, now when the truck broker claims the underlying carrier and the carrier challenges those returns, the truck broker's not going to have any recourse against the salvaging firm at that point. He's already settled. Okay.
And isn't one of the lessons kind of the lesson that's throughout the produce industry, which is have a good relationship with your business partner?
Right. That's definitely key. If you're in a position where you've got a network of salvaging wholesalers that you work well with, that's going to be probably a competitive advantage for you. The other thing I would say is you want to be careful. Maybe get out in front of this with your salvaging firm, particularly if it's a newer firm you're working with, and let them know that this is not a situation where you can just pass the losses on to the carrier. You're going to need to be able to support your damages claim and these salvage returns with an accounting, with a USDA inspection, with reasonable proceeds, so that they know that this is you're not looking to be taken advantage of here. I think having that conversation up front is a good practice.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And thanks for explaining this, Doug. And people can read through this column, and if they have any ideas and questions, they can get a hold of us.
Sure.